Okay, Miss Erica, like I promised earlier, the time has come. We're going to go back through this. But before I dive too deep into that, I'm actually going to kind of go over what FBC is about and what I'm about, because I've learned so much about you today that you should probably know a little something about me. So I'm going to start with just telling you that a finished basement company has been in business for 20 years, like I said earlier. And in that 20 years, they have developed not only this wonderful process, but so much of a family atmosphere that it's so fun to I leave my home and go to a different home every day. It's so fun. What's really great about this too is obviously Patrick has done something right. Not only do we have this branch, but we also have 2 other branches in 2 other places. So he's doing something right. And a little about me, I'm actually a Colorado native, born and raised. I don't think I'm going to ever leave because I love it here. All of my family, including my boyfriend's family, lives here as well. So I have a big family and now an extended family. So I actually started in architecture at CU Boulder, and I loved it. I really liked the whole space planning and problem solving and all that, but it just didn't ring my bell. I didn't think that was what I needed to do. And my mom actually thought, hey, you like this, but maybe not so much of this. Did you ever think of interior design? No. So she actually helped me look into a lot of schools, and I found Arapahoe Community College. Absolutely loved it there. The people were fantastic, and all of the teachers were actually currently working as interior designers, so we got the most up-to-date things that we could possibly have. So it was just fantastic, and I graduated there and found my first home here with a finished basement company. I'm going on about a year. Awesome. So yeah, I really enjoy it. But now that we've done the grand tour, we get to dive back into this, and we get to see what you're about to do, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do in real life. So again, we're at the initial design consultation. I've got to know a little bit about you, about your basement. I think I'm going to take that back and really get to dive into your space and find something perfect for you. So starting with that, I'm going to go into your basement after we're done here and set some dates for these meetings. And I'm going to create your as-built. And it's going to look a little something like this. I don't know, can you see that?
Yeah.
I have quite the glare. So this basement is about the same size as yours. Maybe a few more things in it than you might see in yours. But a few of the things that catch my eye, I don't know. Is there anything in here that you kind of see that pops out right away?
What are all those dashed lines?
That's a lot of stuff going on, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what this all is, it's very important because that's going to really dictate how we design all your soffits and really make them look purposeful and not just a straight across ceiling that's going to cover everything up. So every one of these are going to be like your HVAC lines, your water, your gas. Anything that falls below your joist that I need to know about, I'm going to put on here. And that's also including things like these little polka dots here are actually all your posts and beams. Those are the things holding your house up. I've heard we can't just get rid of those.
All right.
I know, unfortunately. And if you really noticed here too, I have a lot of them. Yeah. So in basements, what makes us really different is we have to find a way to make that look good. We don't want to just wrap a post and stick it in the middle of your space. That's not going to serve you. Or make it look great down there. We really want it to look like your home is just extending into your basement. So what we did here was really fun. I took this back and all the girls said I hate you because there's a lot of posts in here. But all of us got a sketch on this together and we came up with 2 fantastic ideas. We did something really similar to the idea you guys had, or will have rather, and then we're going to do something out of the box that you might not have even thought was possible. So let's see the first one. Cool. So the first one, yes, I know. So it's really fun. We kind of made a focal point right when you walk down the stairs because you kind of walk into this space and don't really know what to do with it. So we wanted it to kind of pop. And one of their main things that they were really looking for was a way to display their wine. And right there just really made sense in both plans actually, because it was the main focal point as you walk down the stairs, and they really like to showcase that. They're big wine connoisseurs, and I will go party with them later. So what's nice about this too is we were able to connect a lot of their entertaining space because as you can see, they have a lot going on here. They have pool tables, a big TV area and a nice big bar that connects into their wine room. But they also wanted to have a space that if mom came over to stay, that she had somewhere to be, that she didn't have to be right off of the bar if she wanted to check out a little early. So that one thing that we ran into with this though, we actually had to talk to an engineer. All those pesky posts, we ended up with one right in the middle. And their idea the whole time was thinking, let's talk to an engineer, let's just get it out of here. So we had to go into a lot of different ideas to try to go around that, and that's what these 8 other women at my work helped me do. So let's check out the second one.
Wow, it's totally different.
It is. It's a lot of fun. So as you can notice, what's the big thing you notice here? My post is gone. It's covered up in a very purposeful way that we are able to incorporate it into their design rather than trying to get rid of it. So with this one, again, like I said, they really like the wine room down here. But as you notice, again, we've created like this wonderful soffit that leads you into both spaces. It kind of points you towards our private space, but also rounds you up into our entertainment space here. So you want to see a 3D?
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. So let's see that pesky post. So because it was so close, we kind of had a hallway going on here. But as you can see, it really made it, you couldn't even tell. But we did a lot here, and let me get you a different angle. As we wrapped those posts, and it became a focal point, but we also did our TV wall here, and we bumped those out to kind of match it and separate our TV area from our pool table or dining or whatever. So we made it that way more purposeful and not just standing out in the middle of a room. I think we did a really good job, if I may say so myself. So after all that, we've looked into both plans, and now this is the fun part. We get to decide which one you like, and that might mean you love one or the other, but it also means that we get to pull parts and pieces and really make your perfect plan. So by the end of this meeting, our ideas meeting, we're gonna have a plan that you love, and you're gonna go home and be so excited and can't wait until the end date where you get to use this fun space. So after we've decided on that, I'm going to send this with a few questions that I may have. Something similar to like, are we able to do that? Is that something we could possibly move a post if it came down to that? Or can we put a water line into the wall so we don't have to drop a soffit? Any of those questions is something that I would give to him so he can walk through your space. And he's going to join you at your house so you can ask him questions as well. So feel free to ask him anything about your plan that we have, but anything about the construction process, get to know something about him, because he's going to be the guy down in your basement for a little while. But he's really nice. Get to know him, trust him. You're going to love him.
Awesome.
So after he's given me the okay and the ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and note your plan. And in doing that, we're going to put a lot of detail into it. I'm going to know every square inch of your plan. And
oh, wow.
Yes, that's a lot of stuff going on there. So every note here, though, is exactly what it's going to take to make your project. Stuff like in the electrical, I'm going to know every single can that's in there. I'm going to know every single outlet. The plumbing, we're going to know exactly what you guys chose for your toilet, your bathtub, anything like that, and the location of it. We're going to know everything down to what you're going to put on the floor up to how we're going to paint the ceiling. And the reason we need to know that is because we've got the plan you love, now we got to get the price you love. And that's what we're doing in this meeting. So once we've decided on the plan and we've gone through this, I've made some assumptions for you and you're going to help me out, and something may be in there that you don't want or something may not be in there. That's where we're going to help each other a lot here. So after we've done all that out, we've made some changes, I'm going to pop out and see my wonderful estimator, Kelly, and she's going to give me this great little breakdown for you. And in this, we're going to go through and you get to see exactly the price of everything going into your plan. We've noted it, now you get to see the price of it. So if this is something you like and you feel comfortable with that total, great, we're good to go. If not, we can add things or we can subtract things. I've made a couple of assumptions that you might want to look into or venture, and that's where we get to see about that.
Okay.
So you're like, Cammie, I think I'm done here. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and sign these papers. We're going to pull this sucker out. And this guy is your start and your start date receipt, excuse me. So what's fun about this is we're gonna lock everything down. This price you have here, we're gonna lock in, and how you're gonna do that is with the $2,500 deposit, but there's more. We're gonna lock in at your start date and your end date. What's really fun about this with the end date is that is your end date. We don't wanna be there any longer than you want us in your space, so we're actually gonna pay you if we go over it all. How does that sound?
Yes.
I don't know many other companies that do that. So the fun thing about this too is not only do we know all this, but you guys are gonna know exactly how much you're paying and when you're gonna do it. So we're not having to go back and forth, anything like that. So after your $2,500 deposit, my goodness, your first payment is gonna be subtracted from that, so you will have this payment here at our pre-construction. And at pre-construction, we've already met me, your designer, we've met your project manager, and now we get to meet more members of your team. So everybody else who's gonna join our project manager in the basement is also gonna be there. So it'll be really fun, and you can ask them questions as well. And then your second payment is going to be around framing, rough inspection. And then your final payment, when you get to shoo us out of there and enjoy your space, is going to be at the very end, your completion date. So if all that sounds good, got any questions?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, let's pop out that calendar and get some dates.
Okay.